Hello dear students, welcome to the second part of the lecture in which we are going to discuss some more problems on the straight line in 3D geometry. Okay, so in the last lecture we have already discussed that how to write the equation of a straight line in 3D. For that we will be required only two things. The first is any point on the line and the second is a vector to which our line is parallel. Okay, पैरेलल डायरेक्शन. दो चीज़ें चाहिए होंगी अपने को, एक पैरेलल डायरेक्शन और दूसरी कोई भी पॉइंट जो है उस लाइन के ऊपर. इन दिस लेक्चर वी आर गोइंग टू डिस्कस सम मोर प्रॉब्लम्स बेस्ड ऑन द लाइन, दैट इज हाउ टू कैलकुलेट द फुट ऑफ परपेंडिकुलर from any point say alpha to a line that is say r vector equal to a plus lambda times b. Okay, what is this foot of perpendicular? What will be the perpendicular distance, that is a n distance, and what will be the image of that point A in the line which is given as r vector is equal to a plus lambda times b. Okay, apart from that we will be saying about the distance between two parallel lines, and also we will see the sorted distance between two skew lines. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so we are given a point A, that is alpha. Alpha is the position vector of point A. Okay, alpha is a known vector and this is a given line. Okay, so this is also a known line for us. It means A and B are given, alpha is also given. We are required to find the position vector of this point, that is foot of perpendicular, which is drawn from the point A on the line r equal to a plus lambda times b. Okay, so what we can do, we can consider this point, that is n, as a plus lambda times b. Okay, because the whole equation of the line is r equal to a plus lambda b. Any point on the line, r is itself a variable vector on the line. Okay, so variable position vector of any variable point on the line. So n is also a point on the line, so I can take n as a plus lambda times b. Okay, so the only thing that is required here is to calculate this lambda. So we can use the fact that this vector a n is perpendicular to the vector which is parallel to the given line, and that is b vector. Okay, so a n vector is perpendicular to b. It means the dot product, that is a n will be alpha minus a vector minus lambda times b vector. Okay, and its dot product with b vector will be 0. So this will give us alpha vector dot b vector minus a dot b and minus lambda b square is equal to 0. From here we can write lambda is equal to alpha dot b vector minus this a dot b vector divided by b square. Also I can take b vector common from here, so ultimately lambda will be this alpha minus a dot product with b divided by the magnitude whole square of magnitude of vector b. So if I put this alpha, then I can write the foot of perpendicular, that is n. This will be a plus this lambda, that is alpha minus a vector dot b vector divided by b square into b vector. Okay, so this will be our foot of perpendicular from the point whose position vector is alpha, to a line whose equation is given as r is equal to a plus lambda times b. Okay, so if we have calculated what is the position vector of foot of perpendicular, that is n, we can easily calculate the perpendicular distance distance from A to the line in this diagram, that distance is an. Okay, so this an will nothing but the magnitude of an vector, and that is what, alpha minus a vector minus lambda times b vector and its magnitude. Okay, we have already calculated the value of lambda. There is no need to write and learn this formula. Okay, so if we are having this position vector n, we are already given the position vector of point A from where we are drawing this foot of perpendicular. We can easily subtract these two position vector to get the vector an, and then we can calculate the magnitude. Okay, so in this way we can write this perpendicular distance. Also, let's say we are asked the image of this point A, this image of point A. Okay, let me draw it with some lighter color. Okay, so if we are asked this image of point A, okay, very easily we can see we have the position vector of A, we have the position vector of n. We can easily calculate the position vector of image with the help of midpoint formula. Okay, so I can write image, that is AI, its position vector will be AI can be calculated using midpoint formula. Okay, what is midpoint formula? Midpoint formula is, let's say I have a point with position vector A, another point with position vector B. So if I want to know this position vector of the point which is the midpoint of A and B, this will be simply position vector of A plus B divided by 2. Okay, so in this case, in this manner we can determine these three types of question, that is how to find the photoperpendicular from any given point to a given line, how to determine what is its image in the line, and how to determine what is its perpendicular distance from the line. Okay, I have written this in vector form. We can also do this in Cartesian form or XYZ form. Okay, we will see in some problem. Okay, the next thing I will suggest you that you must not memorize this formula. Okay, always remember the process. Okay, it will not be easy to memorize this formula. Okay, so the process is very simple. Just consider n point and calculate lambda by considering this fact that a n vector is perpendicular to the parallel vector B. Simply you have to take dot product. Very easily you can calculate lambda and so on. Okay, let's see what the question says. We have to find the foot of perpendicular drawn from the point A, that is 1, 2, 3 on the given line. Let us draw a rough sketch. This is our point 1, 2, 3. Let's say this is our foot of perpendicular n, and this is our given line. Okay, so we have to find the image, the perpendicular distance, and also the foot of perpendicular. Okay, so let us first consider this foot of perpendicular, that is n, as any general point on the line, and that is nothing but, okay, this is the given line. So I can take I minus 2 k cap plus lambda times minus 2I minus 2j plus k cap. Okay, so this is our foot of perpendicular. In this way we can assume any point on the line. Okay, now an vector will be simply this n vector minus position vector of A. Okay, so this will be I minus 2k and minus 2 lambda I minus 2 lambda j plus lambda k minus I cap minus 2j cap and minus 3k cap. This a vector we have subtracted. Okay, so let's see what are the components of I. This is minus 2 lambda. What are the components of j? J components are this minus 2 lambda minus 2. Okay, if I take minus common, both will be plus, and k components are minus 2 minus 3 is minus 5 plus lambda, so lambda minus 5 k cap. Okay, so we can consider the fact that this an vector is clearly perpendicular to the line and it will be hence perpendicular to the parallel vector of the line, that is b vector. So dot product of these two vectors will be 0. So minus 2 lambda I cap minus times 2 lambda plus 2j cap plus lambda minus 5 k cap dot with b vector. B vector is nothing but this minus 2 plus 1, minus 2 plus 1. Okay, so and this dot product is 0, so it will be minus 2 into minus 2 lambda, that is 4 lambda, minus 2 into minus 2 plus 2, you know, so minus minus will be plus 4 lambda plus 4, and k component will give us lambda minus 5 is equal to 0. So this is 9 lambda and 9 lambda is equal to 5 minus 4, that is 1. So lambda is equal to 1 by 9. Okay, if lambda comes out to be 1 by 9, if everything is correct, so we can easily find out the position vector of foot of perpendicular, and that is we can put this lambda, which is 1 by 9, what we have assumed as n point. Okay, so this n comes out to be I minus 2k plus 1 by 9 minus 2i minus 2j plus k cap. Okay, this will be 1 minus 2 by 9 into I cap. J cap, component of j cap is minus 2 by 9 and component of k cap is 1 by 9 minus 2 k cap. Okay, so this is 7i cap upon 9 minus 2 j cap upon 9 and 1 minus 18 will be minus 17 k cap upon 9. So this is our foot of perpendicular. Okay, if foot of perpendicular, we are having the knowledge of foot of perpendicular, we can now easily calculate what is this perpendicular distance by taking the magnitude of an vector, and by using midpoint formula we can calculate what is the image of this point. Okay, if you are facing some problem while doing this all calculation in vector form, you can also do this in Cartesian form also. Okay, so Cartesian form is nothing but the form of xyz. Okay, so let us do the same question in Cartesian form, that is a point is 1 comma 2 comma 3, let's say foot of perpendicular is n. Now we will assume this n in Cartesian form, in the form of xy and z coordinate. Okay, and that will be, our line was r equal to I minus 2k plus lambda times minus 2 plus k plus lambda times minus 2i minus 2j plus k cap. Okay, so I can write this line in Cartesian form, in 3D form, as x minus 1 upon minus 2 is equal to y minus 0 upon minus 2 is equal to z plus 2 upon 1, and that is equal to lambda. Okay, I hope I have written the line correctly. Okay, I minus 2k. Yes, so I can assume this point n as 1 minus 2 lambda minus 2 lambda and lambda minus 2. So a n vector will be n minus a, that is minus 2 lambda I cap minus 2 lambda minus 2. Okay, by taking out negative as common, j cap, and plus lambda minus 2 minus 3, that is lambda minus 5 k cap, and again the dot product of an and b vector will be 0, and this will give us minus 2. Our b vector is, this is our b vector, no? So I am taking the dot product directly, this vector and this vector. Okay, consider dot product of these two vectors, so it will be 4 lambda and plus 2 into 2 lambda plus 2 plus lambda minus 5 is equal to 0. So this is 4 plus 4 8, 9 lambda. 9 lambda is again equal to 5 minus 4, that is 1, and lambda comes out to be again 1 upon 9. So if you put 1 upon 9 here, you can easily get what are the coordinates of foot of perpendicular. If you are having the coordinates of foot of perpendicular, you can, by using distance formula, you can easily get what is the perpendicular distance, and by using midpoint formula, you can get what is the image. Okay, so I hope these three questions you have understood it very well. So moving on to next topic, and that is how to find out what is the distance between two parallel lines. Let's say we are given two lines as r equals to a1 plus lambda times b, and r is equal to some a2 plus lambda times b. Okay, these two lines are perpendicular, so I am taking these parallel vectors as same vector. Okay, many will be confused by seeing this lambda and lambda at these both places. Okay, so these two lambda are not same. Okay, if generally तो हम लोग ऐसा लिखते हैं ना, generally we will write lambda and mu, some other constant, but अगर वो सेम भी लिखा हुआ है ना, अगर एक जगह पे लैम्डा दूसरी जगह पे भी लैम्डा लिख दिया, दिस डजंट मीन दैट दोज टू बोथ लैम्डाज आर सेम. लैम्डा इज द पैरामीटर, ओके, एंड दैट इज completely different in two different lines. Okay, so this is our first and this is our second line. Okay, one thing is clear, that these parallel vectors in both the lines are same, and hence let's say if I am saying that this is our parallel vector b, so our both the lines first and second are parallel to the same vector b and hence parallel to one another. Okay, so we are about to find what is the perpendicular distance, let's say this distance, okay, between these two lines. Let's say this is the point a, this is the point b, we are required to find this point a and b. Okay, so let me consider it this way. On the first line we are given a point that is a1. On the second line we are given a point that is point with position vector a2. If I join these two points, we will get some vector ab, let's suppose ab, This AB may or may not be what perpendicular to the line, but we are required to find the perpendicular distance. So let me draw a perpendicular from A on the second line, and that is on the point, let's suppose N. So we are required to find this length. Okay, let's say this angle is theta. So very clearly you can see this vector is A2 minus A1. So very clearly you can see this AN is nothing but A2 minus A1 into sine, basically mod of A2 minus A1, or if I say this AN sine theta. Okay, you can easily verify in this right angle triangle by taking the trigonometric ratio sine. Okay, so the moment sine theta comes out, we have to think for क्रॉस प्रोडक्ट. साइन थीटा दिखते ही क्रॉस प्रोडक्ट के बारे में सोचना चाहिए. व्हाट इज this an sin theta is nothing but an is basically the magnitude of a sorry I have committed a mistake here. This is ab sin theta. Okay, we are required to find an. So this an is AB sin theta. This AB is nothing but the magnitude of our A2 minus A1 vector, and this sin theta. Magnitude of A2 minus A1 into sin theta will be, I can write this as this magnitude into magnitude of B into sin theta and divided by magnitude of B. What I have done here is to multiply and divide by magnitude of B in numerator and denominator. I have multiplied magnitude of B in numerator as well as in denominator, and by doing so I have basically converted this numerator into cross product, that is A2 minus A1 cross B, basically the mod of cross product A2 minus A1 upon B and divided by the magnitude of vector B. Okay, so this is the perpendicular distance. What is this A2 and A1? A2 and A1 are the points from where the lines are passing, and B, I am writing it down again, A2 vector and A1 vector are the position vectors of the points from where the lines are passing. Okay, from where the lines are passing, and B is the parallel vector. Which parallel vector? The vector to which both the lines are parallel. Okay, so let us see what this question says. The question is, find the area of a square the length of whose diagonal, we are required to find the area of a square the length of whose diagonal, let's suppose this diagonal D, is given as the distance between these lines. One line is in vector form, other line is in Cartesian form or 3D form, but you can easily see what is the parallel vector. The parallel vector of first line is I cap plus j cap minus k cap, and the second line parallel vector is 2i cap plus 2j cap minus 2k cap. You can easily see that these vectors are collinear. If you take 2 common out from here, you will be left with I cap plus j cap minus k cap. Okay, yes, so our B vector becomes, parallel vector becomes what? You can write any of these two, na? I cap plus j cap minus k cap. Okay, let's write it in simple form. What is A1 vector? A1 is, let's say, the position vector of a point from which line 1 is passing, and that is I plus j. What is A2? A2 is nothing but the point from where this line 2 is passing, and line 2 is passing from 2 I cap minus j cap minus 3 k cap. Okay, so perpendicular distance between lines will be this a2 vector minus a1 vector cross b vector mod divided by mod of b. Okay, so what is mod of b? Mod of b is root 3. So let me write 1 by root 3 here, and mod of cross product, this outer sign is for the mod, the inner sign is for the determinant by which we will be calculating this cross product. Okay, so what will be a2 minus a1 vector? A2 minus a1 vector will be 2i minus I, that is I. So I am writing the component. Then minus j will be minus 2j and minus 3k. So this is a2 minus a1. Component of b vector is 1 1 minus 1. Okay, so yes, we can calculate the cross product as I cap is 2 plus 3, that is 5 I cap, and minus j times minus 1 plus 3 is 2, so minus 2 j cap, and k times 1 plus 2, that is 3k cap divided by root 3. So this perpendicular distance is basically the diagonal of a square. Okay, so this comes out to be 25 plus 4 plus 9 root divided by root 3, and which is what, 38 by 3 root over 38 by 3. Okay, so yes, we can now calculate what is the area. If D is diagonal, and let's say A are the sides, so 2a square is what, d square, Pythagoras. This a square plus a square will be equal to d square, and we are required to find what, a square, no, area is a square, that is d square upon 2. So what will be area d square, diagonal ka square divided by 2, and that is 1 by 2 times 38 by 3, that is 19 by 3 square units. Okay, so in this method, in this topic, we have seen how to calculate the distance between two parallel lines. Now let us see how to find out what is the sorted distance between any two given line. Okay, sorted distance is the minimum distance, and minimum distance is always the perpendicular distance, the distance through the common normal. Okay, so let's say we are given with a line that is a1 plus lambda times b1, and another line that is a2 plus say mu times b2. This is first, this is second line. Okay, this is first line, second line. I have drawn it by considering that these two lines are not intersecting. Okay, so line 1 comes like this and it goes inside the screen after that. Okay, so these are basically skew lines, but the sorted distance formula can be applied in any type of line, we will see. Okay, so let's say that this point is M and this point is N. Okay, and this line MN is perpendicular on both the lines, so this MN distance will be the shortest distance. Okay, MN distance will be the shortest distance. So how to calculate this distance? You can see, in order to calculate this distance, we can use the projection of any vector, upon direction which is parallel to this mn. Okay, this mn is both perpendicular on line 1 and line 2. So mn is both perpendicular on the line 1 and line 2. Let me extend these lines. Let's say this is line 1, and on the line 1 we are having a point a1, on line 2 we are having a point a2. Okay, if I join these 2 points, we will get what, a vector say a2 minus a1. We can also consider it to be a1 minus a2, there will be no difference. Okay, so a2 minus a1, this vector, the projection of this vector on the direction which is perpendicular to both the lines, let's say this is the direction which is perpendicular to both the lines, will give us this mn distance. So how to find the projection? Projection is nothing but the dot product with that vector, with dot product with the unit vector of that vector upon which the projection is being taken. Okay, so we are just required to find a perpendicular direction, which is basically a direction which is perpendicular to both the lines. You can easily see this parallel vector b1 and b2. The cross product of this b1 and b2 vector will be perpendicular to both, because b1 is perpendicular to line 1, b2 is perpendicular to line 2, and b1 cross b2 is perpendicular to both b1 b2, and hence it becomes perpendicular to both the line. So this mn line is basically perpendicular to both the line, which is parallel to the direction of b1 cross b2. So if we take the projection of this vector a2 minus a1 upon this vector b1 cross b2, we will get this sorted distance, and that sorted distance will be, let me write, projection of a2 minus a1 on b1 cross b2. Okay, and you are familiar with the projection thing. Okay, projection on what, b1 cross b2. So I can write this dot product okay like this. यूनिट वेक्टर किसके ऊपर हम प्रोजेक्शन ले रहे हैं, b1 क्रॉस b2 के ऊपर, है ना. सो we will have to take the dot product of a2 minus a1 with the unit vector in the direction of b1 cross b2, and unit vector of any vector we can get by dividing that vector with its magnitude only. Okay, so this is the formula for sorted distance. Okay, again I can say that take the modulus. Okay, because the dot product, here we are taking the dot product, it can be negative but distance cannot be negative. So in order to correct that thing, we will take the absolute value. Okay, one thing you can again observe, that numerator is written in the form of a scalar triple product. Okay, you can memorize this formula, or you can memorize the formula like this also, a2 minus a1, b1 and b2, basically the box product of these three vectors and magnitude, basically mod, that is absolute value divided by magnitude of b1 cross b2. So this is the formula for shortest distance between two lines. Okay, if this sorted distance between two lines becomes 0, if the sorted distance between two lines become 0, so think when will be the sorted distance between two lines be 0? When the lines will be intersecting. Okay, so by calculating the sorted distance between two lines, we can easily say whether the lines are intersecting or not. So if the sorted distance between two lines become 0, then the lines will be what? Intersecting. I can also say the lines are coplanar, because you know intersecting lines will always be lying in the same plane. Okay, so if two lines are given to be intersecting or coplanar, you have this condition that sorted distance of those two lines must be 0. Okay, so what are these a2, a1, b1, b2 vector? A2 and a1 are the vectors, or the basically position vector of the point from where two lines are passing. Okay, there is no need to memorize this formula in the same manner. A2 minus, it can be a1 minus a2, it can be a2 minus a1. Okay, you know the properties of box product. If you are writing it like this, b1, b2 and a2 minus a1, this will also be correct, because ultimately you are going to take the absolute value. Okay, if you are writing like this, b2, a1 minus a2 and b2, sorry, b1, this is also correct. There is no need to memorize the order. Okay, it can be a2 minus a1, it can be a2 minus a1, it can be a1 minus a2. Okay, b1, b2 can come later, it can come earlier. Okay, because ultimately you are going to take the absolute value, because distance cannot be negative. Okay, so let's take an example. Here two set of lines are given, two set of lines. Okay, so this is one question, this is another question. We are required to determine whether these lines are intersecting or not. Okay, lines are parallel or not, there is no need for calculation. If we are asked whether the lines are parallel or not, then no need for calculation. We can easily observe these parallel vectors and say lines are parallel or not by observing these two parallel vector 2i plus k, I plus j minus k. I can say these two lines, the first set of lines are not parallel. But if the lines are not parallel, I cannot say for sure that they are going to intersect or not. Okay, so for that we have to calculate whether the point of intersection, or by calculating sorted distance also we can find whether the lines are intersecting or not. What about this second set of line? Again, these two vectors are not collinear, it means these lines are also not parallel. Okay, these lines are also not parallel. So let's see how we can do it. First part, I am going to write the sorted distance. A2 minus A1 vector, okay, B1 vector dot of A2 minus A1 and cross of B1 and B2 divided by modulus of B1 cross B2. This is the formula. This is A1 B1 A2 B2. Okay, so let us first calculate what is A2 minus A1. A2 minus A1, A2 is 2i minus j and A1 is minus I minus j, so it becomes I cap only. Yes, I cap. What is B1? B1 vector is 2i plus k and B2 vector is I plus j minus k. So what will be B1 cross B2? You can also wonder why I am calculating separately b1 cross b2, why I am not taking this scalar triple product. I can also take a scalar triple product here in the numerator, but what will happen if I take scalar triple product here? I will have to calculate two separate determinants, one for b1 cross b2 and one for scalar triple product. But if I calculate this b1 cross b2 only, then there is no need for calculation of the second determinant. Okay, so you can check this b1 cross b2 is ijk 20111 minus 1, and it will be a2 minus a1 is I cap dot b1 cross b2 is minus I cap. Okay, and minus 2 minus 1 minus 3 and plus 3 j cap plus 2 k cap. Okay, again absolute value and divided by magnitude of b1 cross b2. This is b1 cross b2, its magnitude will be 1 plus 9 plus 4 root over. Okay, so numerator comes out to be 1 divided by root 14. So this sorted distance is not 0, therefore we can interpret that the lines are not intersecting, because for lines to be intersecting the sorted distance must be 0. Lines were not parallel also, they are not intersecting also, so we can say that these lines are what? Skew lines. Skew lines. Okay, you can check which type of line is this second set of lines. Okay, these are also not parallel. If sorted distance comes out to be 0, then these lines will be not parallel but intersecting. Okay, so you can do it by yourself. Now sometimes the question can also be asked about find the line which is about the sorted distance. Okay, let us see if these are two lines. Okay, let me create some space here. Okay, if these are two lines and these are skew lines basically, okay, these are not parallel and not intersecting, so there must be a line of sorted distance. In this case this line is mn. We can be also asked about the equation of this line. Okay, so the question can be like this. The question can be like this: if lines are not intersecting, then also find the line of shortest distance. So the first, in the very first set of lines, we have already seen that the lines are not intersecting. So let us find out what will be the equation of that line. Okay, the line along the shortest distance. Okay, so let me roughly draw the lines here. Let's say these are the two lines. Okay, and let's say this is our shortest, the line along the shortest distance. Okay, so we are required to find the equation of this mn line. Okay, let's say this is the first line, this is second line. First line was r equal to, let me copy the first line, the set of first line. Okay, okay, so the first set of lines are these two lines. Let's see, this is the first and this is the second line. Okay, so let me write these lines in Cartesian form, or there is no need for Cartesian form. We can without writing the Cartesian form or the 3D form, we can also write any point on the line first and second. So on the first line there is a point m. I can take this m as 1 plus 2 lambda comma minus 1 comma lambda, and n point, I am taking n point on the line 2. So on the line 2 any general point will be what I cap के साथ आ जाएगा 2 प्लस lambda I cap, j के साथ आ जाएगा -1 plus lambda, and k will be minus lambda. So these are the 2 points. Okay, let me write some other number here in place of lambda, because we know that these two numbers are not related. If we are writing lambda and lambda, then we may get confused. Okay, so this is minus mu. Okay, fine. So if somehow we get the value of this mu and lambda, then we will be having 2 point, and the equation of line passing through 2 point will not be a very difficult task for us. Okay, so how to calculate these two variables, that is lambda and mu? There are certain information like this. The first line is parallel to our b1 vector, and the second line is parallel to our b2 vector. Okay, this is our b1 vector, b1, and this is our b2 vector. So if I write this mn vector as, mn vector will be what? Position vector of n minus m, that is 2 plus mu minus 1 plus 2 lambda, that is 1 plus mu minus 2 lambda I cap, plus this minus 1 plus mu minus of minus 1, so it will be mu z cap, and plus minus mu minus lambda k cap. So this is our mn vector. Mn vector is perpendicular to both b1 and b2. It means dot of mn with b1 vector is 0, also dot of mn vector with b2 vector will also be 0. So from here we can easily construct two equations in two variable, that is lambda and mu, and from there we can easily solve what is lambda, what is mu, and eventually we can get these 2 points. Okay, so let's see. Our b1 vector is 2I plus k cap, dot with mn will give us 1 plus mu minus 2 lambda, j will be 0, and minus mu minus lambda. So this thing is 0, so mu get cancelled. 1 is equal to 3 lambda, lambda is equal to 1 by 3. Okay, if we are taking this dot product mn with b2 vector, so we will get 1 plus mu minus 2 lambda plus mu, and minus of minus will be 1 plus mu plus lambda is equal to 0. So 1 2 3 mu is equal to this lambda minus 1. Okay, so mu will be 1 by 3 times, lambda minus 1 will be minus 2 by 3. Okay, so mu comes out to be what? Minus 2 by 9. So if we put this lambda and mu, we can get what is m, we can get what is n, and then we can write the equation of line passing through the points m and n. Okay, let's check another question, that is, if the line this and this are intersecting, find the value of lambda. We are given with two lines, both are in 3D form, and it is given that the lines are what? Intersecting. If the lines are intersecting, then sorted distance must be 0. Okay, the question can also be asked like this, if the lines are what, if the lines are coplanar, if this line and this line are coplanar on the same plane, okay, then what is the value of lambda? Okay, so nothing, we have to calculate the sorted distance and make it to be 0. So formula of sorted distance was a2 minus a1 b1 vector and b2 vector scalar triple product mod divided by magnitude of cross product of b1 and b2. Okay, this is formula for sorted distance. If I make this sorted distance to be 0, no rule for this denominator. Okay, this numerator a2 minus a1 b1 and b2 scalar triple product of these three vectors must be 0. Okay, so this is very easy to calculate this scalar triple product. You will just have to write the components of a2 minus a1 in first row, components of b1 in second row, and likewise the components of b2 vector in third row. What is a2 minus a1? a2 is basically, you can select anything, you can take a2 here, a1 here, a1 and a2 are the position vector of the points from where the lines are passing. This line is passing from 2 3 4 and the second line is passing from 1 4 5. Okay, so if I consider this to be a2 and this to be a1, so a2 minus a1 will be I cap minus j cap minus k cap. So component will be 1 minus 1 minus 1. b1, what is b1? b1 is basically the parallel vector, and b1 is basically this parallel vector and this parallel vector. You can take any as b1 and b2, so you will have to just write 1 1 lambda in one row and lambda 2 1 in another row. 1 1 lambda and lambda 2 1. Okay, so if we simplify these two, this determinant, we will get 1 minus 2 lambda plus 1 minus lambda square and minus 2 minus lambda will be equal to 0. So this will be 1 minus 2 lambda plus 1 minus lambda square minus 2 plus lambda, and lambda square plus lambda, constant term gets cancelled out, so lambda comes out to be 0 or minus 1. Okay, you cannot reject lambda as 0 by stating that in the denominator we cannot have 0, but we have already discussed that this is not some rational number in which we are saying that denominator cannot be 0. This is basically a symmetrical form, basically a form of representation of a line. This is not a number. Okay, so in the denominator there can be 0 also. So final answer, lambda can be 0, it can be minus 1. Okay, thank you. With this we have completed the line. In the next lecture we will be doing the planes.